The Carolina Panthers are entering a new phase, and that means some familiar names may no longer have a place in the future. Because for the first time in years, Carolina isn't just adding pieces. They're also deciding which pieces still fit the vision. And now, two familiar names are starting to appear in trade conversations. Wide receiver Xavier Legette and defensive lineman Bobby Brown III have both been mentioned as potential candidates to hit the trade market after June 1st. So what does that mean for Carolina? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about Legette. When the Panthers selected him in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft, the expectation was clear. He was supposed to become one of the faces of the receiver room. But 2 years later, the situation has changed. With the arrival of Teteroa McMillan in 2025, plus competition from players like Chris Brazzell II, Legette now finds himself fighting just to stay in the rotation. And that's the key word: competition. This isn't about what Legette was supposed to be. It's about what he shows next. Because Carolina has already shown they're willing to move on from former high expectations if the production doesn't match. So training camp could be a massive moment for Legette. Now, on the defensive side, we have a very different situation. Bobby Brown III was brought in last offseason to help strengthen the interior of the defensive line. But 2025 didn't go the way anyone expected. After signing a 3-year deal, Brown struggled to make the impact Carolina hoped for, and now the Panthers could explore options. The financial side makes it complicated. Moving that contract wouldn't be simple. But if Carolina finds a partner, the savings could create flexibility for future moves. And that tells us something important about this front office. They're willing to adjust. They're not holding on to players just because of past decisions. But while some names are facing uncertainty, one Panther continues proving exactly why he matters. Derrick Brown has officially been named to the NFL Top 100, coming in at number 90. And honestly, it makes sense. After missing most of 2024, Brown came back in a huge way. 73 tackles, a career-high 5 sacks, and a leadership presence that helped transform Carolina's defense from one of the league's worst units into a respectable group. Even Bryce Young highlighted what Brown brings. Not just the big plays, but the everyday impact that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. That's the difference. Some players change the game with numbers. Others change the identity of a team. Derrick Brown is becoming that type of player for Carolina. So when you look at the bigger picture, the Panthers are entering a new phase. Some players are fighting to prove they belong. Others are proving why they're essential. And every decision this offseason is about building the right foundation. So here's the question. Should Carolina give Xavier Legette more time to develop, or should they explore a trade if the right opportunity comes? Let us know your thoughts. And if you're locked in for everything Panthers offseason, trades, roster moves, and team updates, hit like, subscribe, and stay with us for more breakdowns. Because the next version of Carolina, it's being built right now. Keep pounding.